everybody, and welcome to the Dump Stats. Woo! Yeah! I'm the only one cheering again. You're all on mute still. God damn it!
He did say to
Still
unmute
muted.
once he started talking, but I think we were all just being careful.
Oh, just in case, this wasn't him talking, this was just him cheering. It's very different.
He was testing us.
Y'all suck. Hello everybody, my name is Christian Teatro, and I'm your dumpy master. We're going with it. It sucks and I hate it, but I'm gonna be your dumpy master. You guys ready for tonight? I don't know if I am.
I was pre-dumpy master.
Pre-dumpy,
worried
we're
now.
ready.
Now we have to live in a post-dumpy world.
We have playing with us tonight, Rod Clark.
Hello. Tonight I will be playing Mose Chisai. Mose is a failed paralegal, moved back in with his parents, now currently living in the basement of the church, working as a grocer, as a cleric of the one below all.
Beauty. We got Tyler Mann.
Hi, I'm Tyler. How are you, Christian?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Who are you playing tonight, Tyler?
I'm playing David Zatz. He is a failed sports jock turned Ghostbuster. He's an artificer. He's a normal human, but he's an artificer, and he he has a giant bag. Well, he has a regular-sized bag of holding, but it's filled to the brim with monster slime. I'll let you do the math of how much is in there.
Great. We got with us Neon. Neon, who you playing?
I am playing Mercy Widdershins, a failed Eladrin weather girl out in the big wide world. She came back and she's now a stargazing, crystal-clutching, mean girl druid currently working at the morgue for her once and current frenemy and I guess boss, Grim. He's growing on her though. So she's been accused of being mean. She's trying to do better at that, but not doing a very good job of that.
And of course, we've got Joshua Barbeau.
Taylor is not a failed actor. Taylor's a successful actor who is coming back to their hometown only because they were forced to. And sometimes they like to become every person named Taylor under the sun. Or occasionally a non-Taylor.
I have a question. So Taylor's last name is Morgan, is that right?
That's right.
Can he also become people whose names are Morgan or whose last names are Morgan?
Morgan Fairchild?
Dexter
Taylor
Morgan?
is capable of becoming anybody, but typically prefers to become people who are named Taylor.
Morgan Freeman?
Morgan Spurlock.
We've opened up a whole avenue for you. There has to be a moment of significant
Listen,
character
I'm saving
change.
the Morgans for season 2.
God. Amazing.
Mr. Morgan's my dad.
No one ask him his middle name.
Oh no.
It's like John.
All right, everybody. Welcome to Valborough, where stealing your murdered victim phone is fine, using a stinky ferret for recon is encouraged, and children's cookbooks should never be opened. It is a comedy, I promise. Inspiration, of course, is going to go to David. Actually, is going to get it because of his attempt at trying to hack the cameras. And while it didn't exactly pan out, you did get a brief flicker on your phone of a video feed where you saw a pair of goblins walking through a tunnel up to a steel door. The door started to open and the feed cut. Of course, you have to use that tonight or it goes away. If you don't use it, you have to give us an inspirational speech at the end of the episode instead. So don't forget you have it, like Neon did.
I have heroic inspiration already turned on, so I don't remember if I must have had some last time that I didn't use and then I got more, or maybe you told me at the end of the game that I got the inspiration.
I suspect, is it possible, Tyler, that I gave you bardic inspiration and you...
Yes, you did. You did. That was
clicked.
it. It's literally in my notes. I wrote heroic inspiration is actually bardic inspiration.
Somehow I thought that was the case.
But also, you now have heroic inspiration as well.
I'm going to do a recap. The recap is a little long because I wanted to encompass a few things from the last 2 sessions just to make sure we're all caught up because we do have a month between sessions. It's kind of a long time. Okay, all of you are living shitty realities after returning to Valborough, failures in your various ways. Mose, you're working at a grocery store and living in a mop bucket closet. Taylor, you're working on a Spider-Man CW show and living in a very cold trailer. David, you're working with your fuck buddy as a mechanic and sleeping on a couch in the garage. And Mercy, you are working as a mortuary assistant under Grimm and still live at home with your parents and your very loud brother. Lieutenant Poop has offered you a job to find out what's going on with Monsieur Musketeer because kids are going missing, and if you successfully find a link, he's going to give you 500 gold. And if you manage to put a stop to it, you'll get 2,000 gold and a place to live rent-free for a year. And if that wasn't enough, David's new brother, Taylor's dad, a kid in Moses' Sunday school, and Mercy's dad are all inside the candy shop. Taylor, last session you found out that your family is tied to the Obscuring, which is why your dad never left Valborough, and why your mom ultimately left your dad. The group, sans Taylor, found their own ways past the gate into the candy shop, Taylor joining them by helicopter a bit later, and then got into the mansion, killing a security goblin along the way and tying the rest up.
Fill more butts.
Fill more butts. Taylor, you currently have his cell phone and access to it. The group split up in the mansion, with Mose and Mercy going to the kitchen and finding a children's cookbook detailing a ritual for sacrificing kids into sugar that makes people who eat it think that all kids are candy. David went into the master bathroom and saw a bunch of acidic slime all over the place and a little pamphlet on the counter that said how to get rid of it, and he chose to leave instead. Taylor, you spent an incredibly long time fashioning together a makeshift version of Monsieur Musketeer's purple suit. You also found under the bed a bunch of really gross old clothes. It was under the bed or in the corner or something, but either way, in it was a wallet that had an ID for a blonde elven man named William Bon Weir. And through a successful history check, you remembered that that was the name of the homeless guy living in the woods, Billy Bonkers. You also found a note that said, "When your path forward seems confusing and endless, applaud your own uselessness." I will remind you all that the children are kidnapped, and you are not sure the status of Earl Widdershins or Joe Zatz or anybody, and there is mention of a ritual, so time is of the essence. Taylor, you currently have Comprehend Language active, and Mercy, you still have not rolled a nat 1. We got to keep an eye on that. If you roll a nat 1, because you took some Fate's Glory Hole in like episode 2, that 1 immediately becomes a nat 20. Very important for us to remember that you did drugs.
Surprising no one.
We'll start back with Taylor, who at the end of the last session found that ID and is currently fashioning together this purple suit. Taylor, what would you like to do in this moment? David has left to go downstairs to meet up with your other friends.
Yes, of course. Well, how far along am I in the making of this purple suit?
Oh, sorry, I did forget one thing. In that wallet was also a key card.
Oh.
It is unmarked, and apparently I like unmarked key cards because it's my second one this game. But this one has like a little arrow on one side of it that shows the direction that you would.
Is it unmarked or does it have an arrow on it? Make up your goddamn mind.
That's a mark. He's got a point.
There's no words. It's unworded. It's got an arrow.
All right. Well, I'll make a note of that for later. I really want to finish this suit so I can get to using it to manipulate people.
I'll say at this point you have something that is passable. You can see a bunch of the stitch lines. It's a little uneven because it's a rough job of you putting it together. Somebody who's not used to seeing Monsieur Musketeer or viewing it from a bit of a distance, you would probably be able to get away with it.
Gotcha.
Hold on real quick. You'd think he would have done an excellent job. He is, in fact, a tailor.
God damn it.
Oh my God.
God damn it. God damn it. Oh, that was a really good pun.
How long have you
was
had that
so
one ready?
Good.
Hey,
It just came to me.
hey, Mercy, because of that really good pun, please enjoy some heroic inspiration.
Whoa!
Now there are two of them. I'm gonna put on my suit.
Yeah, you become Monster Musketeer. He is a red-skinned hobgoblin. He's got a purple top hat and a purple suit. You do not have a cane or anything like that he would normally have. But you do look like a red-skinned hobgoblin. Very fancy. Nice white teeth.
I'm going to go outside of my bedroom. I need to find someone who works for me. I look around for a servant.
The mansion is completely empty. The only people who were in the mansion were the 3 security goblins. 2 of them are tied up outside, and 1 is dead from a shotgun blast to the head.
Given that I definitely need someone assisting me, I'm going to get a guy named Christian on the phone and have him come down here at once so that he can help me get stuff done.
You make a phone call to a guy named Christian. The phone rings once, and then he goes, "Oh, hey Taylor, how's it going?"
The name to you is Monsieur Musketeer.
Yes, sir, Monsieur Musketeer. What can I do for you?
Get down to my mansion at once. It's the mansion that belongs to Monsieur Musketeer, of course.
Yeah, give me 10 minutes.
Well, all right then. Fine. If it'll take you 10 minutes, then I guess you can have 10 minutes. In fact, I'll give you 5. You have 5 minutes. Get down here in 5 minutes.
Yes, sir, Mr. Monsieur Musketeer. You hear the sound of a car peeling down a road as the phone hangs up.
And then I'm going to go outside and look for those goblin security guards.
Yeah, you walk outside and you see that they're still tied up next to one of the hedges. the dead bodies just laying there kind of unceremoniously.
What the hell do I pay you for? You're supposed to be security and you got mugged, murdered even, some of you.
Sir, we one of us died. We didn't sign up for this. Sir.
I was casually enjoying a wonderful afternoon in my bedroom when some muggers came in bragging about having killed one of the security guards, and then they roughed me up, which is why my suit doesn't look in good shape, and stole my signature cane, and had the audacity to destroy some of the drapes in my bedroom. And then, as they laughed, they went off to go, do something else elsewhere in the mansion.
Roll me deception.
This is your fault.
With disadvantage. I'll tell you why disadvantage after.
Sure.
I just rolled a nat 20 for these goblins for insight.
Good grief. Well, then let me beat the nat 20 with disadvantage. It can happen.
I know it can when you're a bard.
I rolled a 25 for my first one.
Okay.
And
let's go, Taylor.
With disadvantage, 25. Does that beat their nat 20?
Well, they technically got a 19. No.
Yeah, the goblins
wisdom,
have a minus
19.
1 to insight,
yeah,
right?
You definitely beat it. They kind of look confused for a second, and they go,
"Wait, why did I have disadvantage? You had to tell me this."
Monster Musketeer, I thought you were on a tour with the kids. You were showing them the factory. What do you mean you were in your bedroom?
I wasn't on a tour with the kids.
We saw you.
What are you talking about? Whoever went on a tour with the kids must be an imposter. You guys are really bad at being security guards today, if you didn't notice that.
I'm so sorry. Should we...
Wait, did the imposter have my signature cane?
He did, yes. In fact, his suit was
one
pristine.
One of the people who mugged me.
Oh no, this is really bad. The factory's been compromised. We should call the police. Untie us and we'll call them right away.
I've already called in some outside help who is thus immune from being compromised. Here's what's going to happen.
At that exact moment, the gate slams open as a Hummer comes busting down the road, screeches to the side. You see an extremely attractive man get out of the car. He's got a nice beard and a bald head. He's wearing a turtleneck, like a long sleeve turtleneck, and he comes walking down the path. He's got an extremely straight back and a really smooth walking gait. and he's wearing black leather shoes. He looks like an extremely pompous actor.
Security. This is Christian. He is private security. He's independent security. He's a contracted because obviously you guys are terrible at your jobs and you guys are compromised. I brought in some outside help.
Yeah, I'm here, Mr. Monster Musketeer. I got here as quickly as I could. What would you like me to do?
Some hooligans have broken into my mansion. They stole my signature cane. They killed one of my goblin security guards. And now, for some reason, they're disguised as me, and they're taking all of the kids on a tour of the facilities.
Terrible, just terrible.
I know. Who knows what lies and misinformation they're spreading about me. And the kids are buying it, no doubt.
Absolutely foul.
We need to get to the bottom of this at once. You goblins.
Yeah.
Which one of you is in the best fighting shape? Because obviously these people aren't going to go quietly.
They both look at each other and they go, I think we both have concussions. I'm not.
Yeah. Well,
I don't think we're kind of even here. I'll be honest, boss.
All right, then. Which one of you wants to volunteer?
They both go. Yeah, me. I'll volunteer. Me both. I don't want to get fired. Please give us another chance.
Okay, you, the one on the left.
Sure.
You're coming with me.
Okay.
And Christian here. We're gonna go apprehend this imposter. And you, the one on the right, deal with this mess. And I point at the dead corpse of Fillmore Butts.
He's like, shouldn't we let the police investigate it?
No. The police will the police will be very happy that we cleaned it up for them to get it ready for them.
Please roll me persuasion with disadvantage to make him clean up a body against the law.
Okay, let's see. 20 and 20 is my disadvantage roll.
God, fuck.
Please clean this up. The police will be very happy that you did their job for them.
As long as I don't get fired, I've got a family. Christian unties them both. The other guy, he pulls out some gloves from his back pocket, and you see him drag him towards the shed that's on the one side of the house. And then you see him walk into the shed and come back out holding a chainsaw and just starts revving it a whole bunch.
I'm not even gonna ask. Let's go.
He doesn't look happy about what's gonna happen. You Christian and this one goblin. I don't remember what we named this goblin.
I had no intention of asking his name, and I was just going to refer to him as Security Goblin, so...
You go walking back into the mansion. Christian holds the door open for you. He has pulled out like a little earbud that's attached to like a telephone cord that's tucked into his shirt, just so he looks a little bit more professional and like he's kind of like Secret Service-y. And as you walk by, he winks at you. Like a hey, I know what's going on. It's pretty fun. And you guys go back into the mansion, and we see Taylor, Mose, and Mercy. You guys are standing around this service elevator trying to figure out how it works, but you don't have the key card.
Suddenly, Monsieur Musketeer and a bald guy named Christian and one of the goblins you knocked out earlier walks into the room.
Hey, why are you guys here by the service elevator? The one goblin goes, those are the guys that attacked me! Monster Musketeer!
Let me guess. The three of you have been double-crossed by the fourth member of your team who is impersonating me, Monsieur Musketeer.
No, you don't understand. They murdered Fillmore. They murdered him in cold blood.
Did they? Fillmore had his face shot off by a shotgun. I don't see a shotgun in any of these persons' possessions.
They were with the shotgun guy. Why are you all so quiet? I'm so scared. I knew it should have.
You three have been obviously double-crossed by the fourth member of your party, and now you want to join me in apprehending him, right?
Do we know this is Taylor? I mean, we can probably suspect
I
that
think
there's
you
some fuckery going on, but what's our bullshit-o-meter?
David, you did see him making this suit. So
Yes.
That's correct.
you're aware you can shapeshift. So I would say at the very least David is aware that this is Taylor.
I think Monsieur Musketeer is stumbling over his words and trying to come up with this.
Excuse you, I don't stumble over my words. I speak eloquently.
speak
Mercy is
as
frantically pressing the
eloquently
elevator
as
button. It's like,
anyone does.
Christian comes over and pushes you into a wall and puts his forearm up against David's neck and says, "Never make fun of Monsieur Musketeer."
Jesus Christ. Okay.
That's right. Now, I believe you three hooligans are looking for this, and I pull out a key card.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
Oh,
But before
the
we
key
go
card.
down there,
You must be the real Monsieur Musketeer.
that's right, I am. But before we go down there, I need to know whose side you are all really on. When we find the imposter who's impersonating me, who killed Fillmore Butts, are you going to take his side? Or are you going to, or have you seen the error of your ways and are going to repent and join the side of the good and just?
Christian pulls out a pistol and points it at you all, and he says, "Whose side are you on? Whose side? Choose right now."
yours?
Musketeer.
Is yours the right answer?
It might be
Yes.
the right answer.
Yes, very good. All right, you see, is that good enough for you, Mr. Security Goblin? They've
Yeah.
clearly seen the error of their ways and they've changed sides.
He is terrified, but he just nods like very shallowly and rapidly.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Let's go get this imposter who killed Fillmore Butts, stole my cane, destroyed the curtains in my bedroom, and is now giving me a bad name. And I use the key card to open the service elevator.
From outside in the backyard, you can see the window and the curtains, and there's just a person cut out.
Like Home Alone?
No, it'd have to be two people cut out holding hands so that you can actually make a suit.
Yes, it looks like a snowflake, like one of those like cutout snowflakes that the people are in a row. Yeah, that's what it looks
He
like.
ruined my curtains. This person, we must get him. That is clearly the worst of his crimes.
Jesus Christ.
Did real quick housekeeping question? Did Stormy come back with my friends? Do I have my ferret?
Yeah, Stormy's tucked into like a little bit under your jacket collar here. Sticks her head out and goes, "Squeal!"
Yeah, she actually doubles as like the fur-lined collar of my beaten-up leather jacket. So
It's just really stinky fur-lined collar.
it's so stinky.
Your fur-lined collar farts. Just the silent one as you guys are riding the elevator down.
Ba ba da ba 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 ba.
Yeah, so you guys, you swipe the key card, you all load up into the elevator. There's enough room for all of you in there. It's a maintenance elevator, so it's really big.
I was going to say, there's room for Mose.
Mose is a little bit crammed in the back corner, but he does fit. The elevator is dimly lit by a single old light bulb that goes out briefly as the elevator starts to shake on its way down. The elevator is making these really loud grinding sounds, and you see sparks like flying off as it occasionally hits the wall beside you. As you guys are going down, the elevator shudders to a stop and then starts going horizontally. Just like this grinding horizontal movement. You hear
Oh
this,
shit,
like,
we're on the Tower of Terror.
you hear this terrible screeching sound as it does it, as it chugs along. There's like a solid 30 seconds that the light goes out, leaving you in just this terrifying darkness of screeching metal. And then the elevator shudders to a stop and then starts to go in the opposite direction down diagonally. The elevator's floor is vibrating violently under you as it does this. And then it stops and the door opens incredibly smoothly.
Christian
Hey.
reminds me to fire my elevator engineer.
And probably your safety inspector too, Musketeer. That
Want me
was.
to want me to fix it?
Oh yeah,
Christian,
he's really great with machines and goos and stuff. Presumably, this thing takes lubricants.
That's written on
Maybe-
my business card.
Great with machines and goose.
Not right now. Let's find this imposter and get to the bottom of this.
Got it. Note for later. Fire the maintenance guy. Hire David.
That's right.
He's the goo guy.
He just nods.
Oh shit, I got a job now. That's good.
Ahead of you is a small room with a large metal door straight ahead. You see there is like a big glass wall on your left side, and there's a door, like an open archway to the right side. On the window, you can see there's writing that says no visitors. That's what you see.
Let's peek through that window, I guess.
Yeah, David, you go and step out and take a peek, and you see that it's a little security office. It's like a check-in, and you see that there's a goblin sitting there. She's got her feet kicked up onto the desk. There's a whole bunch of camera monitors behind her. When she sees you, she looks over her glasses at you and goes, "Can I help you?"
Yes, you can.
Oh, hello, Monsieur Musketeer. It's nice
Hello.
to see you. Didn't you just enter the factory?
Yes, there is an imposter who is taking some people on a tour of the factory and sullying my good name.
Oh, no.
He stole my cane. He stole my cane, in fact, in order to make his disguise appear more believable with my signature cane.
What a travesty.
That's right. You need to place this place on lockdown right now so that we can get to this imposter and stop him without him somehow slipping out the back.
Monsieur Musketeer, that sounds like a bad idea. It's apparently Mercy is about to do a fucking accent for no reason.
Oh, I love your accent.
As a secretary, I always
as Monsieur Musketeer's newly hired secretary, I know it's not my place to say, sir, but it seems like locking the place down would be a bad idea, because then how do we get out when eventually it becomes very difficult and necessary for us to flee the scene of this very dangerous situation we're about to go into?
Nonsense. We don't need to flee the scene. But I agree that maybe you are correct that if we lock the place down now, we'll let the imposter know that we're on to him. Good point. Security, lady, what is your name?
Esmeralda.
Esmeralda.
Yeah.
Remind me to give you a raise when we have our next meeting to talk about your employment here. But what I want you to do...
When you say talk about my employment... That sounds like you're gonna fire me, but then you said I'm gonna get a raise. Okay.
Yeah, you're gonna get a raise. What do I pay you right now?
Chocolate and minimum wage.
Cool.
That's not a good deal.
I'm gonna double the amount of chocolate you get, and you'll get minimum wage plus 1 extra copper per day on top of minimum wage.
God, can I just have health care?
Yeah, sorry, that's too expensive.
Oh, my.
Tell you what, we'll make it 2 copper, an extra 2 copper a day, and triple the chocolate.
Well, I guess I can just eat the chocolate and forget about the crippling illnesses I have.
Oh my
That's-
god.
Yes,
What are you
well,
actually
I'm not
doing?
running a charity here. What do you want? Anyway,
I wanna
what I
live.
need you to
Every
do...
business ever.
It's funny because I'm offering her things that I don't even have any intention on giving. So
we
there's
could
no
pick it up.
reason why I couldn't promise her.
Exactly. Exactly.
Maintain the capitalist disguise.
Listen, what I need you to do is simple. Pretend like everything's normal, but if you see the version of me that has the cane and is guiding the people that went down here earlier, I need you to stop him from getting on that elevator.
Okay. I
Yeah.
can try.
If you succeed, we'll talk about healthcare.
Okay.
I have some gold. Give them some gold.
She gets up from her chair and she like hobbles
This is
really
not how you negotiate with little people.
really slowly
Oh
over
my
to a
God.
pair of
I'm in character.
No!
Let's get here.
She hobbles over really slowly to a pair of crutches on the wall, and she puts the crutches under her arm, and she slowly exits the little security office, opens the door, and goes and stands next to the elevator and, like, stumbles over there. She goes, "Okay, I'll wait here, I guess."
Good stuff. You got it. You're on the ball. And let's go find that imposter.
"Why don't you check the cameras? Maybe you'll see something."
I knew I liked you. Let's check the cameras and see where he is.
"That's me, all likable Esmeralda."
I check the cameras.
You go and you look at the cameras. You see the video feed that you saw on your phone briefly, David, of the mechanical door. There's currently nobody there and the door is closed. You also see there is a security camera footage of the path, and you are able to see a goblin walking across dragging some garbage bags. And just a huge smear behind the garbage bags as he drags them across the camera view.
Is there like a computer system hooked up to this camera feed? Something I can like tap into?
Yes, but in 1 second. You also see a camera that shows like a very large sort of open factory area, and you see Monsieur Musketeer walk into that leading 5 children. You see him clap his hands 3 times, and then all of a sudden the floor opens up and they just all plummet out of view.
What the fuck? What camera feed was that on? Does it say where that location is?
You see it's called the Converging Room.
Oh god, I don't like the sound of that.
Okay.
Yep. You also see from your vantage point as you look up out this window, you can see across the hall where there was that open archway, and you see a couple goblins sitting at these like picnic style benches just eating some sandwiches on their lunch break. David did want to try and do something technological related. What did you want to do?
I wanted to see if I can like get into this computer system, if there's a map, something I can put on my phone, or if I can transfer this video. Let's get a map. That's the main thing I think we would want.
Roll me a technology check and see what you can do.
God damn it. 10. Wait! Inspiration!
Fuck, I was hoping you didn't notice. Shit.
You have heroic inspiration and bardic inspiration.
Oh, well, let's do that.
Yes.
Roll one more time to see if you beat a 10.
Come on. 19 plus 5 plus 6.
God damn.
31.
Okay.
No, that's a 30. That's a straight 30.
He has a whole Google Drive that I've duplicated. No, I'll wait for to see what you say.
You, at a whim, can now pull up the camera feed on your phone, and you also get, I'm not going to say that it's like a full map, but you get a list of what rooms there are and how they connect to each other. So, for example, right now you're in the registration room, and you're able to see that this room connects to the blueberry room.
Oh, no. Well, I don't want to arouse our viewers. What does the blueberry room connect to?
The way I'm going to say it works is you get to the blueberry room, and then you can see what the next room is. You hear
I poke my head through the archway, and I say, your break's over. There's a security breach. I need you all on duty right now.
They say, "Sir, yes, sir." And they jump up. They throw their sandwich with expert precision directly into a garbage can. They go running. You see them push a button on the wall. One of them holds their fingerprint up to this little fingerprint reader, and the metal door opens up. You see that there's these like grooves in the floor. They pull a wooden skid off the wall, slam it down on the tracks, and they jump on it, and they start skateboarding down this tunnel on the skids, and they disappear out of sight.
Well, okay then.
That seems like a health and safety concern.
Let's fucking do it!
We gotta find this imposter and my dad.
David, what I will say as well, when you get close to the rooms, because you rolled a 30, I don't want it to be like I want it to be cool. So when you're close to the room, you're able to hack into that video footage and get like a camera shot of the room before you enter it.
Okay.
So the plan is to also jump on some skids and go flying down.
Why not?
Yep.
Is that the only way down?
Think of it like a tunnel, and on one side is this like train track. On the other side is a walk path.
So Mercy's gonna take the walk path, like a not insane person.
Well, all right. Let's get on that. I pull out a skid and I climb on it. Papa, I'll aboard.
Christian immediately stands directly in front of you on the skid.
You may want to crouch, Christian, or lie down, or sit, or something.
He adopts a really wide crouch, and he says, "I've trained for this."
I believe you.
Where, sir? Where have you trained for this?
He turns around and he goes, "The academy."
Could I cover myself in slippery slime and slide down the walking path?
Yes. Sure. We got Taylor and Christian are on a skid.
Concussion Goblin is also on my skid.
Concussion Goblin's also on your skid. David is lathering himself up in goose. Mercy's gonna walk it. Mose, what are we doing?
What do you say, Mose? Just
I'm
walk.
walking. Of course I'm walking.
Mose and Mercy start.
In what world am I not walking in this instance?
Sorry, David, I misled you earlier. There is two potential ways that this can go. One is the Blueberry Room, and one is called the Failed Experiments Room.
Oh, okay.
So I would say before you guys go down, which room are you going to?
I feel like the tour would go through the normal area and not where the area of things failed. But I feel like if we go through the room that's called Failed Experiments, we're going to have to fucking fight a giant blueberry monster or something. Which, not going to lie, I'd love to see that. But I feel like we need to make the same decision on this one.
As a person, I deeply have a need to know what's in the failed experiments.
As a person?
I'll remind you all that we just witnessed all of our friends and families getting dropped into a hole on a security camp.
Yeah, but Monsieur Musketeer did fell through as well, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm just
So
saying,
that's part of the tour.
We don't know if they're in danger or not.
That's fair. Okay, so as much as I want to go into that room and see what kind of insanity is going on there, why don't we save the whatever war crimes he's got in there for the return trip?
You guys jump on a skid and
Just luge down.
David just luges down on the pathway. David, you have no control over what's happening. You're just fucking bobsledding, just boom, going straight down. The skid is just picking up insane amounts of speed as well. The skid, for a goblin, they're very used to this work environment and they're able to control it very well. You guys are just fucking booking it. At the last second, because you're aware of which direction the Blueberry Room is, you both do a little bit of a tilt on the board and in your body bobsled, and you start heading towards the Blueberry Room at an incredibly fast speed. David, as you are going, you almost collide with a goblin heading up the path who just manages to jump over you as you go shalooping past him. And you hear him go, "Oh, what the fuck?"
10 points.
And you just, boom, you keep shooting down. We'll cut to Mercy and Mose as you guys are walking down the path. Mercy, you hear that "what the fuck" echo throughout the chamber, and you realize that voice is your dad's voice.
Oh shit, that was my pops. Mose, we got to pick up the pace. And I care about my dad. It's a weird thing to say. We gotta go.
Yeah, you don't have to justify that. That's.
I feel like I do. I feel like I do as a person who has been making fun of you for a long time. It's. I need your permission to go help me save my father.
Okay, we'll examine that later. But yes, let's do it.
All right, you guys go walking down the path, maybe about a minute, and you start to see a shadow coming into view. You see Mercy's dad walking up the path. The skid tracks, there's two of them, so one is for going down, the other one's for going up. and he's pulling a rope and pulling a skid behind him that's just filled with a whole bunch of merchandise. And he's pulling it up the path. It looks incredibly heavy, but he's managing to do it. And he sees you and he goes, Mercy, Mose, what are you guys doing here? What's going on?
Dad, what are you doing here?
I'm working. What does it look like? I'm working here.
Working in the crime candy factory.
What do you mean crime candy? Kid, I've got chocolate here. I'm gonna go load it up on the elevator, bring
Dad,
it up.
you've been missing for days. Like, you can't...
I told you, I work here for a month. I go home for a week.
You gotta get a union, Pops. I don't know what to tell you, but...
I agree. You should see where we sleep. It fucking sucks.
Did he tell you that he's gone for a month?
Yeah. I think it was understood that he's gone for a while and then he comes back. I think that was related to me, but I didn't care then. And now,
Like a boarding job.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we lost the farm. I lost my other jobs. This was kind of like a last digit resort. Like, we gotta keep the house, kid. Literally, your mom's a dryad, and it's made with the wood of her tree. So if we lose the house, she's really fucked.
Yeah, I get that. I'm sure you thought all about this. Couldn't she just, like, grow stuff, like fruits and stuff, with her dryad powers in order to, sell as a farm?
Not enough. It's enough to, like, put food on our table, but honestly, that's really it. That's all we get from the deal. Plus,
anyway, Okay, we can talk about logistics of family life after the fact. Did you see your boss come down this way?
Yeah, he was doing a tour with some kids.
I remember it. Which way did he go?
Ask the room.
What's the name of the room? Like, what's the room number? Or it's...
Oh, he's kind of...
I don't know how this map of yours works. I'm sorry.
He's, from my understanding, he's just kind of showing them around the whole factory. I wasn't paying too much attention to that. Why? Is something going on? What's going on? You see, like, you come busting into my workplace, you're going to get me in trouble, kid. What's going on?
I have no idea what's going on. To be perfectly honest, there is something afoot.
We think children might be getting eaten.
I thought you were gonna get eaten, honestly. We thought you, if not being eaten, certainly being put to work in a chocolate slavery situation. Either way, we don't like it.
So either eaten or chocolate slavery, but bad things.
Yeah, well, I mean, he has seemed a little bit different recently, I guess. I don't know, like, we used to work for him back in the day, and he left town for a little while, and like quite a number of years, like a couple decades. He came back, so we just chalked it up to world experience. But yeah, I don't know. He seemed a little weird. He's asking us to like keep a lookout for intruders and keep weapons on us, and like working on super secret stuff, and like.
What sort of super secret stuff?
Well, I don't know. That's the thing. But here's the weirdest thing, okay? He used to smell like fresh mint. Now he just kind of smells like farts.
You worked for this man before, when like years ago, right? Are you sure this is the same man?
He looks like the same guy.
You're familiar with my friend Taylor, right? You may have seen him like careening down on a skid earlier.
Yeah, I don't know why you hang out with that kid. He's gonna go to jail one day for sure.
Look, we've already got the bail fund set up. That's not a big deal.
I would not be surprised to find out if he murdered somebody by shooting him in the face. That's just what I'm saying, okay? I wouldn't be surprised. All I remember is the one time that you guys were hanging out at my house, and he thought it would be funny to pretend to be my wife. I went over, and, well, let's just say I was very embarrassed. Okay.
Yeah, it's honestly that was a pretty good joke. It's you should be embarrassed. Honestly, it was real funny. He should be proud of himself, and also and you should be deeply ashamed, and vice versa as well. I'm sure that was a new experience for you, Pops.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. I was a teenager once. And anyway,
So what's in these giant crates that you're dragging uphill here?
Oh, a bunch of cool stuff. Some chocolate bars. Like just a bunch of candy. We're
gonna have to. This is the surprise inspection.
This is really packed, really tight. I don't know if that's a good idea.
An insight check on my own father.
Yeah.
Can I give you guidance on that one?
Sure, send her.
It's your dad. Roll with advantage.
So I got a 17 both ways.
Yeah, your dad just seems sketched out because he doesn't want you messing with the packaging that he's done that he has to put onto a truck to get sent out to like all the stores in Valborough.
Don't worry, Dad. We'll be gentle. We'll pack it back up. Also, we have the personal permission of Monsieur
Yeah, he's right
Muska,
here.
whatever the fuck his name is, himself.
Actually, yeah, about that, I was a little confused when I saw Monsieur Musketeer go zooming by me on a skid when I thought that he was giving a tour to some kids.
Yeah, one of the one giving the tour is what did we go with?
Fraud.
It was a fraud? Yeah, it was
Imposter.
was an imposter. That was the real one who has retained the service of me and my friends as professional mercenaries, I guess, to help him reclaim his good name.
Roll deception.
That's a 3. I'm gonna use my heroic inspiration.
All right.
That's a 13.
He looks a little suspicious, but he only rolled a 6 on insight. So he goes, okay, I guess. Wow, I didn't. The guy that was going down on the skid is not the imposter. He's the real one.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the imposter is the guy that I've been working for.
Yes.
Try and keep up, Dad. The one going down the skid was earlier beaten and left for dead in his room. They stole his clothes and went downstairs pretending and his cane and went downstairs for some reason that we have not figured out yet. We're trying to solve that mystery. And the real Monsieur Musketeer has retained our services to help him get revenge. It's unclear at this point what we're here for, but he has handsomely agreed to pay us in order to help him solve this problem. The one downstairs with the children is the fraud.
Wow, this is even more serious than I realized.
I'm still very confused. Why don't
Yes,
we...
you're not the only one, Dad.
The way this is being told to me,
Yeah,
it
right.
sounds like both of
Establish
them
that.
are
They could
fake.
both-
Obviously, someone's an imposter. Something's happening. Why don't we just take
Yeah.
this delivery up to the elevator and we all go home and we call the police and let them deal with it?
That appeals to me, but I'm pretty sure there's a reason why we shouldn't do that.
There definitely is.
Also, fuck the police. But
Because if we call the police, there is one poor goblin who's already suffered the death of his grandma, who's gonna go to jail for murder.
anyway, Dad,
Alright.
can we just look at the chocolate bars in here? I just want to make sure they're chocolate bars and not child parts.
Fine, fucking look at the chocolate bars. Look at them.
All right, so we
he
opened
opens-
one box.
It's Monster Musketeers chocolate bars. This one's got nougat and walnut.
All right, well, this seemed to be a wasted time. Thanks, Dad.
No problem, I guess. Fucking destroying the merchandise. Jesus Christ.
I took one candy bar.
We opened a box.
It's expensive. Fuck. He seals it back up.
See how easy that was?
All right, listen. I think we need to leave. Like, if there's some sort of imposter thing coming, like, come on, just follow me. We'll go wait outside.
No, it's you should go outside. We have we're contractually obligated to help Monsieur Musketeer as his current private security, I guess. There's a real big beefy dude who it seems like he's gonna absorb some bullets real well. I'll just get behind him.
Weren't you working at the morgue? What's going on?
Never mind. We're freelancing. It's TaskRabbit. It's a gig economy. Yeah.
You know what, Mercy?
No, generally no. I don't know what.
I trusted you with the whole zombie thing, and look where it got us. So,
Do we have zombies?
exactly. That's what I'm saying. Look where it got us. It got us in a good place because I trusted you.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were riffing on me.
No, I'm doing the opposite. I'm gonna bring this package up outside to the truck. And then I'm gonna wait outside. If you need me, you give me a call on my cell phone. But I'll stand guard up there and just see what's going on.
That would actually be super. Please do not call the police.
I'll pretend that I didn't hear nothing.
Thank you very much, Mr.
Stay safe, eh?
Yeah, for sure, Dad. We'll try.
He goes,
Again, there's some big beefy bald dude up there who looks like he's just ready to absorb some bullets. So we'll just get behind him.
he goes and starts walking away, pulling the cart away, and then he stops and turns back and he goes, "I love you, kid."
Yeah, I love you
I love
too.
you too.
Let's get the fuck out of here.
Wait, was he not- Oh, fuck. Sorry.
Yeah, love you too, Mose. he starts pulling it back up. We cut back to Taylor, David, Christian, and Security Goblin zooming down the path. As all of you are zooming down, can you all make me a dexterity saving throw?
Oh, yeah.
Christian failed it. He got a 10.
I got an 11. That's one better.
Seems like walking was the right choice.
Just so everybody knows, Christian just has commoner stats.
No.
Except his charisma is an 18.
Not helpful when you're going 200 miles an hour slamming into a concrete wall.
11?
An 11. Oh no. Nobody passed? Did everybody get under a 14?
Did the goblin pass?
The goblin will automatically succeed because this is what they do for a living.
Gotcha.
You come to the end of the path, and the cart all of a sudden just jerks to a stop, and you all go flying head over heel directly into the blueberry room, taking 2 points of bludgeoning damage. David, you just slam full on into a wall, taking the same damage. Christian is at half HP, but the goblin just kind of like does a little hop and lands 2-footed on the ground and goes, Monsieur Musketeer, are you okay, sir? Christian, like, stands up, dusts off his clothes, and picks you up by the elbow, like, don't worry, sir. We'll be okay. I got you.
Note to self, I need to put seatbelts on that thing.
You stand up. You see a very large goblin standing in front of you. So he looks kind of like a jacked goblin. And he's got a bigger head than normal as well. You see, as you look around the room, you see a giant container of blueberries that is really up really high in one corner, and it's dropping blueberries one at a time onto like an obstacle course where the blueberries are flip-flopping and bouncing all around. There are 2 goblins that are up there. One is just grabbing random blueberries and eating them, and the other one is throwing them in bulk into a microwave, and he pushes a button, you hear a zapping noise, and then he takes out this candy and puts it into this big other bowl that's filled with a bunch of blueberry gummies. At the bottom of that bowl, you see there's like a little turn dial, kind of like a gumball machine would have. And you see a warning on it that says, "Do not eat more than one."
Well, we gotta find out what happens if you eat more than one.
We do, don't we?
If I may, our family members aren't in this room. I say we just continue on.
I agree that we must press on until we find the imposter and the people.
But
Can we take a handful of those gummies?
The big goblin in the middle goes, hey boss, I thought you were doing the tour. What are you doing here with these guys? Like, wasn't the tour just for kids? Why are you with some adults?
The person who is taking the kids on the tour is an imposter, and we have to apprehend him. You look strong. Why don't you come with me? It may result in a fight, and I could use backup.
I would, but I gotta make sure that these things are like product tested, because if these get out in the general public...
Well, I mean, those guys up there, the ones that are putting them in, they look like they could be they could test the product.
Oh no, you don't. The one eating the bad ones is because he did something wrong, so you put him on that job duty. These guys aren't any good. They're on a constructive work plan, a work improvement plan. If they don't get their stuff together, they're being let go. That's why I'm here. I'm supervising.
Monsieur Musketeer.
Understand, but did you understand when I said that there's a person who is impersonating me?
I trust that you've got this. Sorry, you wet boy. You're trucking slime.
I think they
all
mean
over...
you, Mose.
You're trucking slime all over my floor. That's very unsafe hazard practice. Monsieur Musketeer, you should really talk with your guests.
Yes. What the hell? You're getting slime all over my floor.
Very unprofessional. Very not good. Not good. We're gonna get red carded. Okay, if the health inspectors
Sorry.
come.
Wait, can we ask these people what the hell these berries do?
Well, wasn't Monsieur Musketeer going to demonstrate?
Oh, did you want to do a product testing?
Yes, I guess.
What is-
Give me a bag of product.
A-
You say you've been packaging
a
them here? Give me a bag
bag?
of product.
Sir,
A bag, yes.
Sir, I direct your attention to this little footnote where it says, do not eat more than one. These are individually packaged items. Okay.
Yes, I understand they're individually packaged, but like once they've been individually packaged, they're packaged into some sort of crate to ship to stores, right?
Monsieur Musketeer, how do you not know your own product? These are packaged...
That's below my pay grade. That's
Fair-
why I pay you.
You invent... Okay, sir. These are individually
Okay,
packaged,
just give
individually
me a handful
wrapped.
of them, please. You're taking too much time.
Sir,
I'm
I
on
am
an
a s-
important job here to
I
catch an
am-
imposter.
I am a stickler for doing the right thing. I am
You're fired.
a super...
The right thing. The right thing in this the right thing in this instance was to do what your employer told you to do. And now you were talking about them being on an improvement plan? Those two goblins? They're doing what I told them to do. So maybe you should be on the improvement plan, sir.
I gave you my life?
Write yourself up. Okay, you're not fired. I unfire you. Write yourself up. You need to be on an improvement plan.
An improvement plan? Me? You see?
All right, listen.
He
This
goes-
slime guy right here, he's here to test the product for me. I'm gonna leave him here in your very capable hands.
What?
I have to catch the imposter.
I don't trust you anymore. You've ruined my trust. I gave you
Then
my
get
life.
out of my sight. Replace yourself with someone who does trust me. You're fired again.
He stops and he flashes back to being bullied his entire life in high school. He remembers his dad saying that he would never amount to anything. He remembers his first interview with Monster Musketeer where he said, "You can finally make something of yourself." He has been working tirelessly. This guy, he didn't even leave when the factory was shut down. He's the reason why this place isn't overgrown with stuff. It's to the point where he's lost his mind a little bit, and you just threaten to fire him. He goes absolutely ballistic and goes to attack you. I can't even believe this! And he goes charging across the room. Roll initiative.
Oh my goodness. You try to do one thing.
Give me just...
Yeah.
What exactly were
hear?
you trying to
He gave you
do?
his life?
Oh shit, he rolled a 22 on his initiative.
Cool.
18.
I rolled an 18.
Do Mose and I roll?
I'm gonna say you guys roll and you're gonna join, like you'll miss one turn and then you'll join, okay?
Heard.
Christian got an 11. I'm gonna say the other goblin is gonna kind of just stay out of this. He has
here
1 HP as well. Sorry, Taylor,
He's
you
here
gotta
to help me apprehend the imposter, not to fight bad employees.
I got a 15.
13.
He goes running at Monsieur Musketeer, tears in his eyes just streaming down his face. He normally has a light green skin color, but it's tinged red with just anger and frustration and years of like resentment built up inside of him. And he's gonna try and punch you twice. The first one is gonna be an 18 plus 5 to hit. And
Silvery
this
barbs.
silvery barbs, that one. Okay. He got a 9 plus 5 with silvery barbs on his reroll, which is
You got what?
a 9 plus 5, which is a 14. The other one, his second attack is only a 2. A 2 plus 5, so a 7.
Okay, so he hits on the first attack.
He does. So to start off, you take 5 bludgeoning damage, and you also take an additional 2 psychic damage. As he punches you and you feel
5
his-
bludgeoning and 2 psychic.
and 2 psychic, you feel your brain resonate with his anger and frustration as he punches you.
Okay. I choose myself to be the beneficiary of my silvery barbs. And just since silvery barbs has a verbal component, the verbal component I say to distract him is, "You were always a bad employee.
Oh
You were
man.
always a bad employee."
Damn.
He loses his mind at that. He's gonna bonus action. Can you give me a strength saving throw?
Sure. I rolled a 7.
You see he screams out. The scream reverberates in your body, and you on his breath. You just smell garlic, and then you get shoved back with a telekinetic push 30 feet. So you go back and you just go flying and land in the tunnel. You don't take any damage from this, but you are now prone. And Taylor, it's now your turn.
I stand up, dust myself off. Before you were just getting fired. Now you're getting fired and arrested.
I don't even care anymore. I gave my life for this job, and you fire me like that because I'm trying to protect you because of blueberries? You're a bad boss, and you deserve what's coming to you. The other goblins up top are just like, they're looking at each other like, ooh. The blueberries are just going past them, and they're not stopping them. They're too focused on the fight.
Okay. Well, I can't survive another punch like that. So, listen, I've known all along just how terrible your mental health was. And you're right. I have been a bad boss.
Maybe if you had given us health benefits, this could have been avoided. I could have gone counseling.
But now we're too far gone. You fail at everything. You're just the worst. You're the worst employee I've ever hired. I want you to know that you'll never amount to anything, ever in your life.
He's ugly crying right now, just sobbing, like snot's falling out of his nose.
That is a vicious mockery.
Yep.
So have him make a wisdom saving throw.
He gets a 12.
Fails to beat my DC. So he takes 4 points of psychic damage and has disadvantage on the next attack roll he makes.
Ooh, nice. He like screams in pain and grabs his head in just like anger and frustration. And he like punches himself in the head. And he's like, I'm stupid, I'm bad, I knew it. David, it's your turn. Tyler, you look so uncomfortable.
I literally say to Taylor, why are you doing this?
I don't have a choice anymore. These are the cards we've been dealt. He's attacking us.
He's attacking you. Can I just get in between the two of them and be like, oh, okay.
Roll me a persuasion check with disadvantage, because that's not persuasive
What?
at all. Just saying okay a bunch.
Come on,
Trying to
please. Give me like a 20 and an 18. Please. Fuck's sake. 5.
5? He slaps your hand out of the way and he says, and you're with him! What are you, his new bitch? Fuck you!
I hug him.
Give me a...
And I'm covered in slime.
Give me a grapple check. So you're going to roll athletics to try and hug him. You only have to beat an 8.
15?
15. You successfully have hugged him. He's like still losing his mind and freaking out, but you've got him in a big hug.
It's a non-consensual hug, seems like.
It is...
I went in slowly.
It is now the supervisor's turn, because we are skipping Mercy. Oh no, sorry, it's Christian's turn. He's gonna look over at Monsieur Musketeer and go, hey boss, what's the play here? What do you want me to do?
This guy hits like a ton of bricks, and you only have 2 hit points. You should stand back.
Do you want me to show? Do you want me to show him why they call me Pistol Whip Christian?
Listen, if he attacks me again, shoot him. If he attacks me again.
You got it.
So ready in action to shoot, with the trigger being him attacking me.
He points the gun directly at the supervisor's face.
Yeah.
And he says, just try it, buddy. The supervisor goblin is going to go, get off me! I don't even know who you are! And he's going to try and telekinetic shove David. So David, can you give me a strength saving throw?
It's only a +1. 19?
You feel him like telekinetically shove you, but you manage to hold onto him and hold your ground. And then he's gonna take his free hand and he's gonna try and gut punch you.
This has not worked good in past games with Christian.
He got a 9 with his first punch. His second punch is a 17. Does that hit you?
No. My armor class is 18.
18,
Whoa.
right? Because you spent some money on some upgraded clothes, so you've got.
I
breastplate
did,
now.
yes.
So he goes to try and punch you. You've got like overalls, but it's made of a really dense material that absorbs the impact of it. Yeah, so you don't take any damage as he punches you. Amazing. Damn, I was hoping he'd get free.
This has never happened to me before.
Taylor, it's your turn. You're 30 feet away from him, and he is currently grappled.
Listen, Goblin. I don't even know your.
You
what's
don't even
your
know my name. You don't even remember my name. Tony.
Listen, Goblin. What's that?
Tony.
Listen, Tony. I've had a long day. I got mugged earlier. Someone stole my favorite cane. My best security guard, Fillmore Butts, was murdered in cold blood. I've had a long day. Can you forgive my being short with you?
Roll me persuasion with disadvantage for that one. He's so heightened right now. That's why I'm making it disadvantage.
That's fair.
I feel like I'm making you guys roll disadvantage a lot today. I'm sorry about that. It's just,
Okay.
just love me for who I am.
It was working just fine up to this point.
Ah, that's true. I mean,
So with disadvantage, I got a 16.
I've been working just fine, including this point.
he kind of
We both said things we probably regret.
like pauses. He flashes back to his mom coming home from work one day and how he snapped at her, and his mom sat him down and just talked with him calmly and said, you know, it's not always about you. Other people have rough days too. You know, kid, like you gotta be sensitive to that. And from your perspective, he just goes from anger crying to dirty crying, and he fully engulfs David in a big hug and just starts sobbing, all of his snot's going on your shoulder. He blows his nose on your shoulder. Right at that moment is when Mercy and Mose come walking in.
Huh, new slime, I guess.
You walk in and you see Monsieur Musketeer absolutely fucking destroyed. He's got a big face welt going on, and then you see a goblin with a big head just crying on David's shoulder.
What is going on in here?
Grab the gummies. Let's grab the gummies quick. Listen.
I grab a fistful of gummies.
Roll me a d10 and roll it with advantage, because I just don't want you to pick a 1. And that's how many gummies you just grab
10.
in your fist.
I got 8.
Yeah, okay, we'll say you got 8. That's fine. You scoop up 8 of these gummies. They look like gummy bears, kind of, but they are in the shape of a little hobgoblin instead. And they are all
so
purple.
grab a bunch of these gummies.
I'm gonna say probably not if you guys are trying to run out of the room. Mercy just kind of ran in there and grabbed a bunch.
Fair enough. I also need to console, I think, Tony.
Yeah,
before I walk out of
Tony kind of pauses and he stops hugging David, and he walks up to you and he just says, "I'm really sorry for what I did."
So am I. In fact, you know what? You're right. You have been working hard. I think you've maybe been my best employee, and I just took you for granted.
Play of the month.
You know,
You
I
see
think-
tears start streaming down his face.
I think do we have, refresh my memory, do we have an employee of the month plaque that we put up here?
Not yet. But
we will. And you're going to be the very first employee of the month of a new tradition of employees of the month that we're going to be starting here.
Really?
Really? You'll get a plaque and everything?
I need to use the washroom.
I think you also deserve a raise. How much am I paying you right now?
Minimum wage.
Minimum wage? Why don't we double that?
Healthcare. He wants healthcare.
Double your. We'll double. I'm gonna double your salary. You're gonna get partial health care.
He faints. He literally
And
faints.
wait. Get back up. The best part. You're no longer in charge of just supervising these schmucks. You're now floor supervisor for the entire floor.
He just has a deep breath while he's on the ground. He stands up, wipes his tears away, and he shakes your hand and he says, "I humbly accept. Thank you very much for believing in me."
Very good. Now, if you don't mind, me and my contractors here have to go and catch that imposter. And if I forget that I promised you all of this stuff, it's probably because I just got hit really hard in the head by you today. So just remind me.
Well, sorry, he points up at the ceiling where there's a little security camera, and he goes, they have audio. Don't worry, we're good.
Oh, great! Fantastic!
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Whoever's watching, make a note.
He like pauses and then he looks up at the guys who are watching the fight and he goes, "Hey, what are you guys doing? Come clean up this mess. Clean up those blueberries you dropped." He starts snapping. "I'm the floor supervisor now. You have to listen to what I say. I make more than you."
That is what it's like.
And for the record, David, when I said little people earlier, I was referring to the fact that they're minimum wage employees. I wasn't talking about their stature. Come on.
That's still not nice.
I wasn't talking about their physical appearance. I was referring to their economic circumstances. Their socioeconomic position, of course.
Their relation to me as functional people in society.
I just needed to be clear that it was classism and not like something else.
Ableism, yeah.
When I called you ugly before, I didn't mean on the outside. I meant, your internal
Like
self.
who you are as a person.
I meant how I feel when I look at your bank account.
Okay.
Do we have any idea what these berries do? And also I look at Mose and like, what the fuck happened in here?
I don't know what did happen.
It just says don't eat. It just says don't eat more than one of them. So it's probably bad. It's probably gonna turn people into fucking blueberries. I don't know. I'm just making that up.
They look like hobgoblins, so presumably it's gonna, if we eat more than one, it might turn us into a hobgoblin. But I kind of want to eat these berries. I'm gonna feel a little peckish.
Quick question.
I'm gonna chug a potion.
Yes, you
If
can.
I summon my homunculus, and it dies, what happens to it?
It kind of just like breaks apart and you can summon it again later, I believe.
It's a homunculus servant. If it dies, it vanishes, leaving its heart in its space.
Whenever you finish a long rest, you can touch a non-magical object and imbue it with one of your infusions. So essentially what happens is you take a long rest and then you can make it. When you had your last long rest, you could have created this infusion and he's like hanging out in your bag of holding or something if you want.
Okay, then yeah, he existed already. He's been here. He's been in my bag of holding the whole time. Slurping in his goop.
Describe what he looks like as he crawls out of your goopy bag of holding.
He looks like Clank from Ratchet and Clank, but he's wearing like a Letterman jacket.
Nice. Yeah, he pops out. "Hello, I am your friendly robot companion.
Your name's Chris.
Fuck. Why is it? My name is Chris. How may I serve you, master?"
Eat 2 of these.
"Oh, goody. Num num num. Sustenance." He eats one of them. Are you still in the room with this goblin, or are you guys...
Yep.
The guys...
Did we leave? I don't know.
No. Tony goes, "Hey, whoa. Buddy, you don't want to eat 2 of those. Do you want me to tell you what happens if you eat 2 of them? Obviously, you're
Oh,
new
yeah,
around
sure.
here."
No, it's okay. This creature was specifically created.
No. Tell us. Please tell us.
I'm
so
sorry,
I don't have to do this.
My boss said that he was specifically created for this.
You fucking... Sorry.
"Master, should I continue to eat 2, or would you like me to halt my programming?"
Well, what happens after he ate 1?
He goes, num num, very good, detecting blueberry flavor. And
Okay,
then he immediately becomes... What size is he right now? Is he small? He's tiny.
I think he's backpack sized.
He's tiny, so he becomes small. So he becomes the same size as like a goblin. He just suddenly grows a little bigger.
Whoa.
Wait.
Your homunculus.
"Oh, master, I have become larger.
Oh my god, his voice got deeper.
What a treat. I am now up to your waist height instead of your shin."
All right,
I grab a
Tony,
handful.
you tell us what happens.
Do I roll a
if you
D10?
eat 2.
Tony's like, "Hey, whoa, guys, don't go crazy. I do have to make sure that, like, you got your 8, keep those. Stop trying to steal the product. I still gotta be a stickler, okay? I'm the floor supervisor.
That's right, you are.
Share those.
Can
share
I just
those
have
8.
one, Tony?
Tony hands you one. He winks at you. He says, yeah, so eating one, you get a lot bigger, which can be really fun for various different reasons. But
Can I put it up my butt?
do
Okay.
not put them up your butt.
It wouldn't make my butt bigger, would it?
No, it just slowly dissolves, and then you cannot predict when you will turn large.
Oh, that's fun.
At a random How
Who's
long
got
does
a
it
funnel?
last? How long does it last?
It lasts the same amount of time as the enlarged spell. It'll last like an hour.
Okay, and what happens if you eat two?
Well, the enlarge effect becomes a lot different, and you become kind of like a floating balloon berry. You can't move.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, it doesn't kill you. That's good.
No, but like, what if you were where there was a strong wind, like next to an ocean?
Or like a ceiling fan that's sharp on the ceiling.
Yeah,
And-
yeah.
I got you.
Well, you're doing a great job. You keep it up, Tony. We got to go find that imposter.
Yeah.
If he comes back this way, don't let him leave your sight.
I got you. Don't worry. I could spot an imposter a mile away. David, you look at your phone quickly to see what the next locations are. You see that in the back of the room, there's a little ladder that leads to a door, and you can tell that goes to the sleeping area. You also see that there's a door off to the side that leads to the garbage room. Which place would you rather go?
I feel like the goblin sleeping room might be sort of a branch off to much further places. Like maybe that's for like different factory floor areas, but if we take the garbage room, that's like a back hallway or something.
Why don't we ask the floor supervisor? Hey, Tony.
Oh yeah.
Which way should we go if we're trying to take the most direct route to the big hole in the ground? I usually take tours and we drop into,
The converging room.
I know where the converging room is, but what do you mean a big hole?
I'm just talking crazy. I bumped my head, remember?
Yeah, there's no big hole in the converging room. The converging room is just where everything converges,
Interesting.
And then what happens after it converges?
It just it's like an area where everything else connects to. It's like
if we saw a big hole on the security camera, that would be a indication of a problem in the convergence room, right?
I guess, unless you wanted there to be a big hole there. It's kind of your shindig with that one. Yeah.
Well, you're the floor supervisor. If there's a hole in the floor...
But you just made him the floor supervisor.
You should go check that out, shouldn't you?
You know what? I'm going to do you one better, and I'm just going to go call a contractor to fix that hole for you.
Yeah, sure, perfect. Yeah, what great job, But hey, which way is the fastest way to the convergence room?
It says that as an is-it engineer, which is my background, I have basic knowledge of the structure of buildings, including the stuff behind the walls, and I can find blueprints of a specific building.
Would you not already have that from having done the hacking?
But I have a way of acquiring blueprints of the building.
So he pulls out a piece of paper and he draws a crude map for you, and he shows the blueberry room can lead to the garbage room, which can lead to the failed experiments room or the shrinking room, and then the blueberry room can also lead to the sleeping quarter, which leads to the shrinking room, which leads to the failed experiments room. The failed experiments room you have to go through to get to the convergent room.
Both paths lead to the failed experiment room.
Essentially, yeah. If you keep walking around and going to new rooms, it's essentially equidistant.
Let's go into
Gotcha.
Weren't we just by the failed experiments room? We could have just made a straight line to the
Let's
convergence
just go
room.
back. Oh, I guess we got to go up the rail slide.
You would have.
We
to
did go
back.
down, didn't we?
Yeah.
Let's go through the sleeping room.
You wave goodbye to Tony, the floor supervisor, who's taking his job very seriously. You have 8 blueberry candy.
Double minimum wage.
He's very happy and very excited to see that deposited in his account on Friday. You go walking down a long hallway and come to a simple wooden door. What would you guys like to do?
Kick it.
You want to kick it open?
Yeah, kick it.
All right.
Your factory.
Right.
You kick the door open, and you see a very long, very thin room. The room is only 20 feet across, but it's like 100 feet deep. Every 10 feet, there's a bunk bed, and beside the bunk bed is a small dresser. So you see about 40 different sleeping spots. On one end of the room, you see that there is a washing machine and a dryer.
I ignore all of that and proceed straight to the other side of the room.
Yeah. As you start walking, you do see that there are a couple goblins currently in here who are taking naps.
Good.
Loot the goblin.
Do you want to try and loot a
That
goblin?
seems
No.
unnecessary. We
No.
can probably just leave these guys be. These are my dad's co-workers, after all.
You,
Remind me to give your dad a raise.
Oh,
yeah.
you should. Can we do the frauds? I'm sure, because we're about to lose the farm. So if we can arrange that, some kind of pension before we get the fuck out of here, that would be great for me and him and really everybody in the Widdershins family.
We'll take care of it. Don't you worry none.
You say that, but you have no authority here. We're gonna have to do crimes.
I get a feeling this whole factory is going to blow up by the time we're done here, but
Yeah, so we're gonna have to need something in paper that wills the entire
should take out
factory to
insurance.
my father.
We're gonna have to do crimes.
Not like we haven't been already, but we're gonna have to do some specific ones to get the outcomes that we want.
my guild's not going to be happy with that.
You've got like qualified immunity or something, right?
Shouldn't you? Aren't you the lawyer? Shouldn't you know?
Yeah, and I know the answer is no, but I'm hoping for the best here.
Taylor, you go walking right to the other end of the hallway, and you see that there's a little bathroom area at the end, and you saw three sleeping goblins. You guys start to argue about politics as you guys walk down, as the goblins are just snoring away. Do you guys want to just ignore the sleeping goblins and walk by?
Yeah, I think we just keep walking.
Agreed.
Okay. As you guys walk by them, can you guys give me just quick perception checks?
Sorry, can I smell them?
You want to smell?
Yeah, I want to see if they smell like farts.
The answer is
David, what the fuck are you talking about?
the answer is yes. They all smell a little bit like farts. They're goblins that are sleeping.
I got a 24 perception check.
Ooh, damn.
I got a 7.
A
I
5.
didn't roll a perception check because I'm not going to roll one.
That's okay. Mercy, as you're walking by, you do happen to glance down and see that one of them is wearing a floor supervisor name tag.
There could be two.
I
Big
guess.
floor.
Yeah, big
Yeah,
floor.
clearly one of them's sleeping. Like the other one, surely there's like a shift rota here.
Yep.
If there's not, then really we're doing them a favor by hostily seizing power here. They're gonna get health care, better working conditions, and raises all around. Like, honestly, I don't even think we need to do whatever the hell we're about to do.
You get to the end of the room, and you're able to see that the next one is the shrinking room, David. Before you go to the shrinking room, do you want to look at it on the camera, or do you guys want to just go?
Yeah, let's peek into this place.
No. I feel like we're gonna go in there. We're all gonna get real small. These make us bigger. Just everybody take a berry. Not like don't eat them now. That's me. Everybody but Taylor should get a berry.
Can I have one of these berries?
I don't think you should.
Christian's
Come
like,
on, you can't say everyone should get a berry and not give one to me.
Christian's like,
Me
hey,
too.
do I get a berry too, buddy?
I mean, you're pretty small already,
Yeah,
but
I need a second one for Christian as well.
okay. So Christian
I'll
gets
hold
berry.
on
I
to it.
need one for my ferret friend as well.
The concussed goblin's like, guys, I'm a little apprehensive. You guys were talking about robbing my coworkers.
That was.
What?
I'm sorry. Your tiny goblin brain. Listen, my father's a goblin, and I know that you are historically very stupid. It's just, and you are currently concussed, so you just misapprehended what was very clearly a joke, sir.
Are you okay if I just lay down and take a nap?
Yeah, that's probably for the best.
I don't think that's for the best.
I'm gonna lay down and take a nap, guys.
Oh god.
He lays down and takes a nap.
Oh,
Because he's got a concussion. Well, that's.
He's already asleep.
Oh god.
Christian walks over to you,
Fine.
Taylor, and he goes, here you go. And he gives you his blueberry.
The berry that.
Yeah, he's like, I got your back here.
Thanks.
You can have
Thanks.
two.
Yep.
David, you pull out your phone and you see a room that is filled with squirrels.
Oh no.
oh, fuck. Wait, the shrinking room?
The shrinking room, yeah, it's filled with squirrels. You also see, like, they're doing some weird stuff. They're all wearing aprons, and they're, like, mixing chocolate and other such activities.
Are they
Do
like
I have-
regular-sized squirrels?
So you see squirrels.
Yeah, they're very. I don't have to speak with
You
animals.
guys, we can either walk in there and be surrounded by a bunch of tiny squirrels, or these are going to be squirrels the size of us. We don't know. Wait, can I send in my homunculus servant first?
Sure.
And then we watch him on the camera?
Yes, you can.
Okay, Chris, go
Yes.
in there, just walk around for a minute. They might try and grab you or capture you and be confused. Don't worry about that. We're going to come in right after. We're just gauging how big these squirrels are.
Do not worry, master. I am bigger than normal. I forgot my deep voice. I am Big Chris. Big Chris will go in, and Big Chris will find out what is happening.
Love the confidence.
He starts walking into the room. As he walks into the room, you see like the upshot of the camera pointing down. Chris looks tiny. Like he doesn't even go up to the knee of one of these squirrels.
Fuck me. Those are big squirrels, you guys.
As he goes in there, a squirrel jumps down and lands on the ground directly in front of him and charges at him. You see Chris start to run around frantically, and you see him like jumping over chocolate that's laying on the ground. He almost slips and falls. You see the squirrel is just pulling nuts out of his apron and chucking them at him. He turns around and he starts to run back towards you, and you see a nut hits him and he explodes into a whole bunch of different pieces.
Wow, like
God.
little robot pieces.
Yeah.
Taylor, you go in first.
And that's where we're going to end the session for today.
Real quick, how many squirrels are there?
Hundreds.
We're not going
Hundreds
in
of
that room,
squirrels.
David.
Thank you everyone for watching the Dump Stat. We stream this Valborough campaign live on Twitch on the first Wednesday of every month, so make sure to follow our Twitch channel at dragon_teacup to watch those, as well as occasional other D&D content, or hang out while I play some games. I also edit this together into a podcast which I put on Spotify. We definitely appreciate if you share it around with family and friends. You can also follow us on TikTok and Instagram. I am finishing editing this on December 11th, and guess what? On December 11th, we're filming episode 8 live, so if you feel like doing something tonight, come hang out tonight while we film episode 9 live. On December 16th, I am most likely going to be doing a one-shot as well. On January 8th will be episode 10 of the Valborough campaign, and then on January 14th we'll be doing the Daphlina campaign. I think it's episode 4, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that one's a lot of fun. Their characters are level 20, and they are in a level 1 campaign. So hopefully I'll see you guys at all of those. Have a great night. Stay dumpy. I don't know if I'm going to keep that as my sign of...
Well, historically, y'all want to know how the actual
I'll look it up.
alchemists in this world attempted to make homunculi? Because it's not great. There was a lot of jizzing in cow blood.
What?
Just no.
No, that's the end of the story. We can continue.
Why do you know this?
I don't want to talk.